Okay, I've noticed something. Guys that pose like this, doesn't have to be thumbs up, but just in photos, smiling in photos, belong with girls who pose like this. Like kissy face girls. It's just the best combo. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not. I'm right.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we will discuss an alarming statistic that shows modern women cheat more than men. We will also look at some women who cheated and their stupid excuses for their actions. We want to invite you to smash that like button, support the movement, and subscribe to the channel. That's the only contribution we ask from you, man. Add your grain of sand to the movement. Leave us your experience in the comments for any man who needs it. Without further introduction, let's get started.
Why did you cheat on me?
I was ovulating. You don't know women. You haven't grown up with women. My body, I was just listening to my body. We are chemically created. I have this chemical thing in me where I have to reproduce. My body, I was just listening to my body, you know? I was at the club, there was a man there, cute, a couple drinks in. I was like, my body was like, reproduce.
What are you talking? So you're blaming science for you cheating on me?
Yes, I had no control.
Okay, yeah, you didn't have to go home with him.
You obviously don't understand what it's like being a woman. Like, my body is chemically built so that I have to reproduce, and I was just listening to my body while I was ovulating. My body was screaming.
All right, well,
my eggs were like, let me intertwine with his sperm.
All right, fine. I cheated on you too.
You know how it works. What?
I cheated on you too then.
What the fuck? Your body's not built the same way. You're an asshole.
Okay, I didn't cheat on you.
You.
I just wanted to see how you like it. It fucking sucks.
Men suck. You guys are the worst.
Can you imagine the stupidity of listening to a woman talk about biology to justify her infidelity? The modern woman, brother, is anything but loyal. Nowadays, modern women cheat more than men, and they do it for such stupid reasons like seeking attention or simply out of boredom. Can you imagine a man saying he is unfaithful because, as a man, he will try to access as many sexual partners as possible? Because we all know that a woman's infidelity is not the same as a man's. A man does his thing but doesn't get emotionally involved. A woman, on the other hand, does. She disconnects from her husband when she wants to be unfaithful. That's why you see the first signs of infidelity in women being that they stop being intimate with their husbands. And today, the number of divorces due to a woman's infidelity is on the rise. 3 out of 10 marriages where the man files for divorce is because the woman was unfaithful. A man rarely leaves his woman even if he has another. When you see a man wanting to leave, it's because the woman was unfaithful. It's the biggest reason men abandon marriage.
My ex-boyfriend of 6 years. Love him. Really good guy. The last year of our relationship, I started cheating on him with a guy in LA. And that guy was the one who told me break with your boyfriend, move to LA.
Was he cheating on you too, or
He's a good boy.
why did you cheat on your 6-year relationship?
I was so bored and so young, and just like, when you're that young, it's like you don't know what you want in life. And like in the moment, it seems like a good setup and you think you're happy and content. And then you reach like 2021 and you're like, oh fuck, like I have a lot of life to live. And like I didn't want to stay in Nevada. And then I met this guy who was like my dream guy, who was like so fucking hot. And like my ex-boyfriend of 6 years, he stopped having sex. Like I wasn't sexually attracted to him. It was just like we were so comfortable and like family and like roommates at that point. But like just there was no sexual romantic aspect to it. So then I met that guy and
Brothers, all women have a man hidden in the closet. The typical guy who charms her through social media and catches her interest. Sometimes it's a simp she keeps in the friend zone. And sometimes it's a Chad she's monitoring herself, because believe me, she won't just stay wanting. Look at how this guy got played. 6 years in a relationship, and she was cheating on him, saying it with a smile. He's a good guy. And these are the women who destroy all the good in a man. They ruin him mentally, make his life impossible, because they keep him as the official or the safe guy while planning their future with the new Chad or cheating with simps who keep adoring her. Why do you think relationships with modern women don't work, especially in cities like Los Angeles, New York, or Florida? Because women, even in a relationship, are always looking for a better deal. That's why those cities always have videos of gold diggers that go viral. You see women saying they are married and still getting into a guy's car. I've seen videos where they are directly proposed to go to a hotel, and they say yes, like it's nothing. So what faith can we have in women if they all lie?
The new studies now show that women cheat more than men.
The current dating market,
50% of married women have a backup guy. Here's the thing, guys.
Sure.
We teach guys to mitigate risk. When men get in relationships with women, they take on far more risk than a woman does. We live in a world now where if you get married to a girl, she can clean you out, take you on alimony, child support, you lose the marital home, etc. Guys take way more risk when they get in long-term relationships with women. So I tell guys, we live in a society where women are encouraged to be hoes, to be promiscuous, to exercise their options, to go ahead and get the best guy that they can get, to date multiple men at the same time. They're encouraged to have all these bad habits that are not conducive to good long-term relationships. So the only way that you can combat this through feminism and everything else that's going on in the modern day world is you need to be very strong in your principle and very strong in your frame. When a girl's with a man that she loves, admires, and respects and knows that this guy will leave her if she does some stuff like that, that in itself is the power where the girl's not going to say, okay, I want to go to the club or whatever, because she knows better. She knows I'm with a winner. I don't want to put myself in a situation where I can effectively be single by going out to the club with this guy. You need your girl to be more scared of losing you than you are of losing her. And that's where I want guys to be. I want them to be in a situation where the girl likes them more than they like the girl. And I know that sounds evil, but the reason why is because that's the only way you're going to combat the amount of options that women have, the bad habits that modern day women have and practice with the, dating multiple guys, being promiscuous, etc. You need to have the girl like you more than you like her, because that puts you in an authority role, a leadership role, makes you the dominant in the relationship, and it will have her be loyal to you.
Respect.
Because quite frankly, the main thing that men care about when it comes to women is loyalty.
Yeah.
That's really what we care about. Women, on the other hand, tall, money, charismatic, charming, confidence, does he dress well, does he smell well? Men, all we want, be pretty, be loyal.
And she might like you, but does she respect you? That's huge, bro.
I completely agree. Something to add is the concept called the choice trap. Let me explain. Women often fall into this. Before social media existed, women usually got involved with someone from their community, university, family friends, or their friends' boyfriends, and occasionally with a traveler in their city. But nowadays, with all the applications available, women always find a new suitor, which means they have too many options to choose from. This leads them to fall into the choice trap because they won't pick someone who shares their values, but rather someone who artificially has the things they like. That's why you see them jumping from one man to another, sometimes several at the same time, because they don't want to lose any or settle for just one. How does this leave us men? In constant competition, not just with the guy from your city, but with a guy who could be in another state or country. That's why a man should not be an option but a necessity. Learn to be masculine, to put yourself in a position where you are the one choosing. Work on yourself so much that you don't accept someone who doesn't respect you or align with your values and principles. Don't settle for a woman who makes you feel like she's doing you a favor, but for a woman who performs acts of service for you, who strives to stay in your life, who shows with actions that you are the man she wants. This way, she will be faithful because you were strict. You were a man who was hard to get because she invested in you and doesn't want someone else to take you away because she didn't take care of you.
And what do you think the difference is between that? What would you call respect?
Because when you have boundaries, she follows them.
Bam.
She likes you, she'll do whatever she wants. That right there tells you how she really cares about you. And that, guys, for most guys, is like, you know what? She likes me. She doesn't respect me.
Yeah.
That goes along.
And here's the other thing too.
Sure.
The reality is, and this is why our podcast is so popular nowadays. Most guys don't have the balls to tell their girl, hey, I don't commit to girls that like to go to the club. I don't commit to girls that like to go on girls trips, etc. Most guys are happy with whatever they can get. Yeah. So they'll tolerate disrespect. They'll tolerate bad behavior. They'll tolerate crass attitude, disrespect in front of their friends, getting cursed out, even attacked sometimes, because the need for getting laid is that strong where they'll tolerate female bad behavior all the time. So I tell guys, you need to be on point and not tolerate that bad behavior because it will make your life miserable.
Yeah. What
You
bad
need that
behavior
respect.
do you see on the men's side?
Being bums and losers. And
No.
not having frame, not being an authority in the relationship, and not being willing to tell women what you like and what you don't like, because most guys would prefer their girl not to be in the club. However, they can't tell her that because their sexual market value isn't high enough to dictate those terms. So they can't tell a girl anything because they got the girl by the skin of their teeth. So how are you going to tell her, hey, I don't commit to girls that go to the club? You should be lucky I'm here, and that's the problem.
And if you're a guy, right, that doesn't want to succeed in life, become better, you're selfish. Because once again, let's say we want to get a family, right? If you're not your best version of yourself, that means you're going to suffer. So I want to say, honestly speaking, like, if you're a guy that wants to succeed in life, you need to improve. Most guys, what do they want to do? Play video games, smoke weed, relax, and that leads to what? Nothing. So it's just sad, man. It's really sad.
Yeah. So I think guys really need to be willing to have boundaries and enforce them. And a lot of guys don't have boundaries, and worse yet, they don't enforce them.
I agree. I think boundary is important, and I
Yeah.
think obviously enforcing boundaries is important, because what would a boundary be if it wasn't enforced?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think like, look, providing that, not an ultimatum.
Oh, the club example.
Yeah, I think
Keep
if
going
you
back to
go
club
if you
example.
go to the beginning of the relationship and you establish the boundaries and you set precedent and everything, I think that's lovely. I think anyone can do whatever
That's how you gotta do
they
it.
want. Yeah. Okay. If,
Well, yeah, it's not like you're going to drop this on her a year later and be like, oh, yeah, by the way, you can't go to the club. No, she knows when she first meets you what type of guy you are. Because here's the thing, guys. Women know what kind of guys they could play with and what guys they can't play with.
Facts.
Okay? They size you up when they meet you. Oh, this guy's kind of a pushover. I could get away with this. Oh, this guy, I can't get away with this. He's going to leave me. You need to be that guy that's the latter. If I do some BS, he's going to leave me. Because as a man, that's your only power in 2023. Women have all the leverage when it comes to dating nowadays, but they still want relationships. They still want to be with that guy. You need to become that guy and let them know this relationship is contingent upon your behavior. I will not tolerate BS from you. And if you do, I will go ahead and replace you with another girl.
Right on point. Brothers, have you ever heard the saying, you're not with who you want, but with who you think you deserve? This is so true. There are men who are with women who don't respect them, don't admire them, don't treat them with love or respect. They stay in these relationships for years, relationships that steal their peace and make them unhappy, simply because they don't feel they deserve better, or it's just because of intimacy. They endure mistreatment for years, and when she finally leaves them, because they don't leave her, they end up with their heads messed up. That's why I always say your greatest priority should be yourself. I've never known or read about a man throughout history who got far by prioritizing others. A man must always focus on himself, take care of his physique, his finances, acquire assets, demand respect, and have values and principles that he follows without breaking. When you become that man, women see a leader, someone they can trust, someone who can show them the way when they are indecisive. Believe me, they love this. A strong man who does what he says he will do. A man who tells it like it is when they are being difficult. A man who goes after what he wants. So, learn to love yourself. If you don't make yourself your top priority, you will suffer a lot. Women can smell a manipulable man from a mile away, and she will do things to you over and over again because she knows you will never leave. You will always forgive her. If you don't believe me, watch what a weak man does in the following video.
The one and only reason why this chick is bawling her eyes out, homie, is because she is sorry that she got caught. You gotta understand, homie, when these chicks get dug the fuck out behind your back and you catch them, that is the number one thing they did not want to happen. They're gonna sit there going, bitch, I love you. They don't love you, G. They don't love you. You need to learn to pack your shit and go. You guys gotta understand the power of being able to walk away. Power of being, oh, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, genuinely, like, have a good rest of your life. It's going bad for the motherfucker. I'm telling you, they won't know how to react. No reaction is the best reaction. You gotta be colder than that. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah. I genuinely was planning on leaving you anyway, so it's alright. You know what I mean? Like, just cold little shit. Like, why is he able to leave so fast? Why does he not fight for me? I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. That is the best mentality you will ever have in your life. Towards every situation. You gotta be stronger than that, homie. Your mindset is everything. You need to focus on just building yourself. You know what I mean? Mentally, physically. Elevation, homie. You know what I mean? Just focus on improving your life in every single fucking way. Climbing up that goddamn ladder to success.
Brothers, never, ever ask a girl who cheated on you for reasons why she did it, because you already see what happened. In the end, you don't need reasons for what you already know. If you ask, it's because you don't want to leave, and that is the worst decision you can make in your life. Once trust is broken, it will never be fixed. If she cheats, what should you do? If you discover it, then coldly don't say anything and just leave. Disappear from her life. Block her instantly. If she's your wife, call her father or mother to come pick up her things. Call a lawyer immediately and let them handle the communication. The woman won't know how to respond to the shock of this entire mess coming down on her. She won't know how to act. It will hurt her immensely to know you said nothing. Just cut her off. Didn't fight for her. Women have a bigger ego than men. Always remember that the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. I know it hurts. I know you feel like you want to die. If you need to cry, do it in private. If you need to talk to a friend, do it. If you need to go to therapy, do it. If you need to take a few days and go on a trip, do it. But don't go back to her. Start your healing journey. Go to the gym, work on your finances, prepare mentally for the divorce, and think about how the relationship with your kids will be afterward if there are any. But have nothing to do with her. She will seek you out, beg you to come back, but you must stay loyal to yourself and leave. The wound she inflicted on you, you're giving back double just by cutting off all contact, not saying a single word. That will eat at her mind for years. As I said, the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What was the worst thing your ex did when you left her to recover? Have you ever been cheated on? What did you do at the moment? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.